Welcome students to this video lecture. This is our third video lecture. Today we are going to discuss about the polymer and polymerization. It is a part of engineering chemistry BT BS 1102. So the content of the video is firstly we have to discuss about the introductory part of the topic. In this slide we are going to discuss what is polymer, how the polymer is prepared by a small structural unit monomer, what is the specific characteristics of polymer, what are the basic requirement of monomer molecule, and advantages and drawbacks of polymer. In this series, second we are going to discuss the types of polymer, classification of polymer, characteristics of polymer, application, and the basic references referred for in more emphasizing the content topic. Here the polymer is described in a simple way. Students, basically polymers are very large molecules made up with when hundreds of monomers join together to form a long chains. Actually polymer, the word polymer is basically made up or defined through the Greek meaning word poly plus mers. Poly means many or more and mers means repeating units or parts. Whenever a small structural unit, monomer R, gets combined together through a chemical bond and one by one repeated linkages are formed, long structural molecules are prepared simultaneously, and the mechanism followed for the preparation of polymer is called as polymerization. The word polymer emphasizes according to their structure. If the polymer contains small structural units, that means n numbers of monomer are ranged in between 2 to 100. The combinations of monomers are called as oligopolymers. Whenever the number of monomer series increases in the chain or above the 100 to maximum 10 raised to power 2, 10 raised to power 6, 10 raised to power 4 to 10 raised to power 6, they are combinedly called as macromolecules. Polymers are basically the synonyms of the monomer. Polymers are basically characterized or classified into different product form. Initially the polymers are defined through the plastic polythenes, but simultaneously whenever the different kind of monomers are introduced, various kinds of products are now available to define for the polymer. Polymers are now categorized in different series, like it can be defined in plastic, it can be characterized in polythene products, or it may be classified into the elastomers, plastics, thermosetting polymers, thermoplastic polymers, fibers, etc. Now, if we tell about the types of polymers, so polymers are can simultaneously occur in two ways. Either it may be occurred in natural polymer ways, or it can be synthesized in through combinations of different chemicals in the presence of thermal conditions, temperature, pressure, catalyst. Okay, so natural polymers are generally available in the form of keratin, chlorophyll, hemoglobin. Okay, wood is also an example of natural polymer. Whenever we tell about the homo type of polymers, homo means whenever the same kind of monomers are get unite or get link up in a long lengthy series, it is called as homopolymers. Polyvinyl chloride, polyvinyl acetate, Teflon, PMMA, plexiglass are the basic examples of homopolymers. Whenever we talk about the copolymers, co means hetero, different. Whenever two different kinds of monomers get unite to form a long lengthy chain, it is called as copolymers. Copolymers are basically strong polymers because they have contained a strong electrostatic force of attraction. In this series, we can define the copolymerization in the during the formation of fiber, basically nylon 6,6. Whenever nylon 6,6 is formed, two different kinds of monomers are taken. First one is adipic acid, tetramethylene dicarboxylic acid. adipic acid, tetramethylene dicarboxylic acid, and it is merged with hexamethylene diamine. So it forms nylon 6,6, and for the preparation of nylon 6s, here we taken two different kinds of monomer. That's why it is taken in an example of copolymers. Nylon 6s is also categorized in the series of condensation polymer. Buna S and Buna are also the example of copolymers. A very important class of polymer is thermoplastic. Thermoplastic polymers are those polymers which having temperature resistance nature. It is made up of a particular temperature. Whenever it is heat up, it gets melt, and after cooling, it may shaped or it may molded in another product. But whenever we go through the thermosets polymers are temperature hard polymers, because they whenever in one time they set in a particular temperature, they doesn't change its temperature criteria, and on over excessive heating either it may burn or it may convert into the ash product. So thermosets polymers are highly rigid or higher stable polymers. Bakelite and urea formaldehyde resins are the examples of thermosets, and all the types of commercially available products like plastics, polythenes, PVC, PAN, and polyesters, and nylon 6s all are characterized in thermoplastic polymers. Now, so here the general definition of natural polymer is given. Natural polymer is a polymer that results from only raw materials that are found in nature. Some of the natural polymers include DNA, RNA, cotton, wool, wood are the natural polymers, natural occurring polymer. Homopolymers are synthesized from a single type of monomers. I say about the earlier. What are the specific characteristics of homopolymers? Homopolymers are consist of chains with identical bonding linkages to each monomer unit. This usually implies that the polymer is made from all identical monomer molecules. Here, the definition of copolymer is given. The types of copolymers are statistical copolymers, alternating copolymers, block or graft. Thermoplastic, a type of plastic that can be softened by heat, hardened by cooling, and then softened by heat over and over again. Thermoplastics are non-cross-linked polymers, and examples are nylon, PVC, polythene, etc. Thermosets having the property of becoming permanently hard and rigid whenever heated. Thermosets are hard and rigid at room temperature and do not soften on heating. That means it consists temperature hardened nature. Okay, examples are epoxy resins, phenolic resin, unsaturated polyester resins, etc. Whenever we talk about the long chain polymers, a very long chain stand of repeating molecules linked together by primary bond, and polymer chains are orient themselves in lines as they enter a mold, but may be annealed so they can recoil. Here, the long chain polymers are also known as macromolecules, and macromolecules contain a better stability and existence as compared to the oligopolymers. Now, here the classification of polymer is given on the basis of different criteria. Basically, polymer is a commercial product. Okay, and it may be classified into various categories on the basis of four important criteria. First one is origin of source, second is structure, third is molecular forces, and fourth is mode of polymerization. Origin of source, according to the origin of source, the polymer is characterized in these three subcategories: natural, semi-synthetic and synthetic. On the basis of structure, it can be classified into, on the basis of structure, it may be characterized into three categories: linear, branched and cross-linked. And linear polymers are more stable and existing higher stability and greater strength as compared to the branched and cross-linked. Cross-linked polymers are three-dimensional polymers, and they are basically rigid and hard in nature. On the basis of molecular forces, the polymers are categorized into its basic products: elastomers, fibers, thermoplastics, and thermosetting. On the basis of mode of polymerization, the polymers are classified into two forms: adhesion polymer and condensation polymer. Now, on the basis of origin of source, polymers are categorized into three categories: natural polymer, as we say earlier, polymers which are isolated from natural materials are called natural polymers like cotton, silk, wool and rubber, and synthetic polymers are synthetic polymers which are synthesized from low molecular weight compounds are called as synthetic polymers like polythene, nylon, terylene, etc. Semi-synthetic polymers. These polymers are mostly derived from naturally occurring polymers by chemical modification. That means it may contain some kind of natural characteristics and 50% of synthetic characteristic. On the basis of structure, if we go through the linear polymerization, so as you seen that as it given in the structure, linear polymers are one by one arranged in a parallel way, and it is co-linked by a repeated linking process, and it makes a long lengthy chain without any interruption or barrier. But whenever we go through the branched polymer, some branches are co-linked with the parallel chain, and cross-linked polymers showing a steric hindrance or steric effect on the bonded center. That makes the bonded center weak and chemically low compound. That's why the branched polymers may contain some kind of cracks or some kind of lines during the production formation, and it may show some kind of low stability. Whenever we talk about the cross-linked polymer, three-dimensional structures are formed. That means linear and branched chains are co-linked for the formation of cross-linked polymers, and it may show rigid nature, hard nature. Okay, network polymer, cross-linked polymers that include numerous interconnections between chains, or network polymers are just the modified form of cross-linked polymer. On the basis of mode of polymerization, the polymers are basically categorized in additional form or condensation form. In the additional polymerization, same kind of monomers are combined together in the presence of thermal condition. And for maintaining the thermal condition, we have set up some kind of range of temperature, heat, and suitable catalyst. It is a rapid chain chemical reaction, and multiple monomers get united or get combined during the addition polymerization, and long lengthy chains are easily formed. And the formation of polymerization, addition polymerization may cross through the three stages: initiation, propagation, and termination. If we talk about the specific characteristics of polymers, so here some specific characteristics are given: low density, low coefficient of friction, it may consist good corrosion resistance, it may contain good mold ability, poor tensile strength, low mechanical property, poor temperature resistant, and it can be produced transparent or different colors. Here the different series of polymers are given. Polymers are basically very important commercial product. It can be simultaneously used in different areas like medicine formation, consumer science, plastics, containers, all the types of commercially important products are formed. Industries, in automobile parts, pipes, tanks, packing materials, adhesives, all are the polymer application used in the industrial market. It can also be prepared, or it can also be used for making a sports equipment, playground equipment, golf clubs, swimming pools, protective helmets, etc. are the basic examples of different areas of polymers. So students, here now we are concluded the topic. So by this class, now we concluded that a polymer is a very important commercial product. It may contain some kind of characteristic properties of good commercial product, but whenever the polymer is formed, it may consist some kind of temperature, heat and catalyst, and on maintaining the suitable conditions for during the preparation of polymer, you can make a perfect stable repeated linking long lengthy chain of polymer. And polymer is a very commercial product, and if we tackle or if we handle the product very sensibly, so you can use it a very long time without any error. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a nice